Hey, and welcome to Midnight Convo's podcast with your girl Tiffany Nicole, aka your queen to be. Tonight I got my fellas. Sarge Ajax is in the building.
Saga fet nula.
How's it going?
I'm good.
How was your week so far? Or, has been.
Not bad.
Good
You?
week?
Yeah, good week.
Can't complain.
Well,
Hubby's in the building. What's good, baby?
Ain't nothing, man. Glad to be through these Valentine holidays and back to normal life again, like the rest of the men out here.
Valentine holidays.
All right. You act like you spent money.
Oh, wait a minute.
We don't celebrate Valentine's Day, so it's not a big deal. But
Really?
I'm saying.
What do you guys do for the day?
Yeah, that's a long story. But we don't celebrate those holidays. But what I found
Is it a holiday or is it just...
It's a holiday.
Yeah, but how
it's
much...
a holiday for the lovers.
Yeah, but how much the single women, the women that's with somebody, you see everything they did for them, you see the single women griping on here. It's funny. Like the whole holiday season, just weird energy out here.
Man, it's not a holiday until you get the day off. All right.
Facts.
I
like some federal holidays.
Right. I mean, it's a holiday when I could not go anywhere and just stay from home.
There you go. But the funny thing to me, I like not the actual Valentine's Day. I like the Friday, the day after. Because that's the National Side Chick Day. So they get all their gifts, their 50% off chocolate. They get their time spent with each other. I love it.
Side Chick Day.
Yeah, and I didn't know it was a national thing. It's a national side chick day.
Some people argue it's the day before too. Is it like?
I think it's after. It's the day after.
Well, you know what? That would make sense. So either the day before or the day after. Because the main day, you gotta give it to the main.
With the main.
Well, this year's a leap year, so maybe it changes.
But shout out to all the lovers in the world. Hopefully you didn't go broke. My thing is this. If you treat each other good throughout the year, you don't have to focus on one day.
That's true.
100%.
That's true.
You don't have to spend $100 on the same roses that you can get for $10.
It shouldn't have to be like, this is when the day you actually should, monetize on your loved one or whatever. I agree.
Just like Christmas. You know what I'm saying? Kids get something, they just give them something to open up under the tree.
Right. Christmas is just big business nowadays. Anyway.
It is. So big business. Spend. Open your wallet. Spend. So, I don't know. Convo 78. If you missed any of our previous convos, go to SoundCloud, Stitcher, iTunes, Podomatic, tune in, and check out our videos on YouTube. What we need?
5-star rating, baby.
5 estrellas.
Numéro 78, nula.
Yes.
Right.
Love it. Let's get into the results from last week. So last week we were paying homage to Miss Taraji P. Henson, the one lady that I would definitely give my husband a hall pass. That's who he has a big thing for.
Yeah, why not?
He can get a hall pass for Miss Taraji, who got her star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Okay. So shout outs to her. Yeah. So we were paying homage to her, and we had 4 of her movies, and you have to cut one for Cut 'Em Loose. So we had Hustle and Flow, Hidden Figures, Think Like a Man, and Baby Boy. So with 8% of the vote, the people have spoken, and they've cut Baby Boy. With 26% of the vote, the people have spoken, and they've cut Think Like a Man, which I think is such an underrated movie. And overwhelmingly, not surprisingly, 66% of the people have spoken, and they cut Hustle and Flow. That's why every movie I see. What's his name? What's Empire guy? I can't think of his name. Terrence Howard. He always got the slick back. Always got the.
Because he looks like an old pimp.
Because he's
wavy.
Because he's wavy.
He's wavy.
He always got the slick back
with the smooth, raspy voice.
Yes, it's like he plays the same character in every role. It's always that smooth, pimp-like, slick type of dude.
I feel like Denzel. Denzel's the same way.
Denzel has range.
No, Denzel has range.
I mean, he has range. I give
He might do certain things in every movie, but he has range
but it seems
characters.
Like until he did Training Day, they did have a point. It seems like he's always like this professional black male who's overly intelligent, and there's a smart person in the room, and then there's Denzel. He's
but you do know that Denzel at the height of his career, gets to pick what types of movies that he plays, and if he keeps playing those same type of movies, that's him making that decision.
Mm-hmm. Well, but yeah, I think even before the height of his career, he still had like a lot of similar movies when he was always the good guy, a cop, or
always a cop. Yeah, mostly a cop,
mostly a detective or something. Yeah. Banging. He always had a nice love scene. Denzel's so sexy, even at this age. Did you see The Equalizer 2?
Yes, I did.
He looked so good. I gotta see 1, but he looked real good.
You saw 2, but you didn't see 1?
Sounds good.
I was watching 2 because I've seen 1, and she just kind of chimed in.
Well, you know what? The good thing is that they didn't connect both movies. Kind of like this is what happened before, and so you could always go back and see.
You're right.
That's not. You know, I got Netflix, so I might go do that. I want to get into debate week, but before I get into debate week, I just want to ask you guys a question, because before I saw this documentary, I didn't understand what the hype was about. Before I saw this, I didn't understand why they were dragging the parents. So quickly, I just want to ask you guys, did you guys see the Netflix documentary Abducted in Plain Sight?
No, I had plans to see it, but no.
Did you see it?
I was watching part of it with you. I seen most of it. Yeah, I seen it with you. Yeah,
okay, so I don't want to give it away because Ajax the Sarge has not seen it. You have to see this.
Okay.
And let me know your thoughts.
All right.
You know, because forgiveness is a key to life. You gotta forgive, and you won't forget, but you forgive people. And to forgive what her parents done, or their negligence, or the way of just being so naive.
But is that the one that the guy was friends with the family and he took the?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I know about the plot.
But you gotta see it, because there's some things in the documentary that just can't be explained as a parent. And I understand it was a different time.
I saw that movie with you. What?
No, that was a whole different movie, babe.
Oh, okay.
I know people, because in my office we talked about it, we dissected, and people say, "Oh, it was a different time." Fuck that.
It ain't no different time when it comes down to
when
your
it comes
kids.
to your kids, you protect them. Period. I'm not letting a grown man sleep in my child's bed.
First of all, didn't he have the father suck his dick? Yo, how you do that, yo?
I'm just lost with all this.
All right, I'm gonna leave it be because I want you to see it, and you have to watch it. But yes, that's a part of it. The mother too. Okay, I'm gonna leave it at that. Y'all have to see this movie, Abducted in Plain Sight. Netflix and chill with your boo, your friends, or whatever, and let us know your thoughts. Bae, who's your bae of the week?
That's an ill transition. You talking about dude sucking the dude's dick and the mother too? It was my pay of the week.
Who's your pay of the week?
Hopefully not that one.
I'm gonna defer to Gene and then just come back to me because I gotta give it some thought. I
don't have it ready?
I don't have it ready today.
Sarge, who's your bae of the week?
Well, as usual, I'm scrolling up and down IG, and I'm not too much of a TV person, so I can't give you an actress or anything like that. But I fell on something. Her name is Cheyenne Starr, Shayin Starr.
Okay.
Cute little thing. So give it to her.
She just a model? Does she?
No, I think
is she selling products? Is she
no. I think she's just somebody with a nice, pretty face, and that just got a lot of fucking followers.
A lot of men hitting like.
Well, I don't know if that's but yeah, I'll give it to her.
You don't think the men, you guys do
I'm
that?
sure somebody does, but I'm not doing that off of a picture. I'm not just, she's nice. No.
I don't know, because some of the girls, they do different movements and be doing yoga and shit. Well,
I don't think that's enough for anybody to go stroke something.
No?
You have to be extremely perverted and completely lonely for you to find something to jerk off to between the yoga pants. And
I'm pretty sure there's some lonely motherfucker doing that.
I'm sure somebody's doing it right now.
But as we speak. With a soul. Okay, I'll leave that alone.
All right, I found my bae of the week. Actually, I seen it this week, and I posted it on my on Instagram because she's modeling African swimwear.
Did you care about the African swimwear, or did you care about her?
This question
that baby oil.
Stop acting like the swimwear really mattered.
No, I'm saying this is how I found her. Like, I don't know who she is.
His nostrils are flared. Like he's trying to make it right.
So there was like a bunch of models, but they didn't have the names under who the model was.
But she stuck out.
But when I saw all African swimwear in the models, this one stood out. You know what I mean?
You still don't have a name?
I don't got no name.
She
looked the part, man. I'm shit. Gets me going. Put that energizer button. You know, that little. Where that shit?
He can't even hide his smile.
Look
at this. Look how beautiful.
Oh, that one with the zebra. Yeah.
Okay.
We gotta find her name so we can, give her credit.
Oh, look, I already liked it already.
Yeah, you liked it. Is she pretty?
She's very pretty.
Beautiful.
I know
chocolate,
Yes, and she's a chocolate beautiful woman.
Chocolate
beautiful. I love it.
So what I'll do, I'll just see.
Wait. In that picture, was it the zebra or was it her?
Yo, stop being funny. I'm not that Michael Jackson.
I'm just saying.
Said to my baby.
I just want to make sure.
Tiffany, who you gonna rub your legs over this week?
Oh.
All right, so last week they had the Rockefeller Rock Nation brunch. So, it was Jay-Z's event and everybody in the industry came out and they dressed to impress. So they had Diddy on there. They had, everybody. Jay-Z looked really good in his baby blue suit. But it was one guy that really caught my eye. And I don't like skinny dudes, but I can make an exception for him. Yes, I can.
Who that be?
Nipsey Hussle.
Nipsey, okay.
Oh my God, he's really tall and slim, but he looked so good in his suit. He had like this burgundy suit on, and he was killing it. So ladies, wait till you see this picture. He's very handsome already, but then when you throw on a suit on a tall man, oh my God. So Lauren, London, God bless you. You got that. You got that, girl. But Nipsey Hussle is my day of the week.
And he can rap too.
He can rap. I don't know none of his songs, to be honest with you.
You probably won't, but
because he's a West Coast dude.
Yeah, but his songs haven't crossed over yet. But he's killing over YouTube right now. His joints are hot.
Yeah, he's been doing his thing for a while. I know. I'm not up on his music like that, but I know who he is. And ladies, fellas, I don't disappoint with the Bay of the Week. All right, this is Convo 78. Make sure you're tuning in now. Join us live on Instagram and Facebook. We have a hot song of the week from a guy from ATL. Make sure you check out our previous Convo, SoundCloud, Stitcher, iTunes, Podomatic. Tune in and check out our videos on YouTube. What's so funny?
We have Janice Thomas. She said them yoga positions be having niggas lit.
You know it.
And she said she told you to shut up because you're making it worse when you're describing your bed.
What she said?
Huh?
What she said?
She was telling you to shut up because you were just making it worse. Because you were just smiling.
What she say about Nipsey?
Oh, that's what I'm supposed to do. She my bae. Shit, it's my fantasy.
Oh, she said your face was looking funny when she was talking about Nipsey Hussle.
We have an understanding. He can pick who he pick. I pick who I pick.
They'll fight later. They won't fight on camera.
Nah, ain't no fight.
Not on this.
Yeah, man.
He ain't going nowhere.
Yeah,
yes.
It's a marathon.
All right, so let's get into our first convo, can we?
Let's do it. First topic.
Yes, I love it when you do that. That's you've been consistent with it. First topic.
Why not?
All right, so I have a question for you guys because I think last Sunday we had the Grammys.
Yeah.
And there was a big uproar about J-Lo performing in the Motown tribute.
Uh-huh.
So a lot of people had a lot to say negatively in regards to her performing. And let me say this first, before I get your opinion whether or not you feel a Latina pop artist can perform at a Motown soul, black tribute.
Okay.
I didn't see it, but from what I said, just strictly on performance, take out the equation that is for Motown, she killed it. That's what people said. So
I heard a lot of people say she didn't kill it. Like she struggled a little bit.
Okay, so what I heard, we heard mixed reviews. I heard that she killed it, Ajax Asar said, she struggled.
I ain't really here, but she had enough black pinga in her, man, that she's one of us now. Shit, she done ran through all this black pinga industry.
Spanish black.
Spanish black. But shit, she been with all the black stars. You think you just make us up like she one of us, like for like 20 years now. Like, just shoot.
Wesley,
when you see her perform, why y'all mad? Probably young people that's mad about it. Ain't the older people. Shit, she one of us. She been one of us.
But there's a lot of people across all age groups that was upset. So, do you have a problem with someone that's not black performing Motown?
But not her. Yes, but not her if she pulled it off. Somebody else, not her, borderline, can't even give it to him. Maybe even pulling off can't give it to him.
But wait, hold on. We gotta say something though. It's not even about who it is. I get that point of not being of black descent and trying to perform Motown, but you have to understand something. Music has inspired a lot of people, whether they're black or white.
Justin Bieber.
You got Justin Bieber. You got you got Christina Aguilera. She sings with a lot of soul.
Yeah.
So we can't really say somebody of not black descent can't sing some Motown joints. Now, did they kill it every time they did it? That's what the question is.
This is my thing, and I didn't think you were going to say that, but that was my notion, the devil's advocate, because that's like saying black people can't do pop. That's like saying black people can't do opera or, country music. Music is one thing that crosses boundaries, genres, color, everything. So I don't have a problem with J-Lo doing it. I don't think that she should have been the only one. There should been other chocolate drops that should have participated in it.
Does the setting matter? Like, if it was, I don't know, the BET Awards, or since it's something that's more
she come to the BET Awards at this stage of her career?
Right, but it's not the point. My point is there was an invitation for the tribute at the BET Awards, or if it was Vibe or something like that. Would they have picked her? Yeah, but I'm saying, even us as the consumers, would it rub us wrong? But it's crossover. Like, the Grammys is more crossover.
It's white.
That's true.
It's
and
white.
There might be a reason why she's the one that performed it. Maybe they didn't want any black performers to do it because, we're killing it. But, like you're saying, if it was like a Vibe or a BET Award or something like that, maybe we would have had somebody.
Ain't no maybe.
We would have had somebody black that could really do it and perform.
Right, but even she was invited to do it. Essence is a great one, and will we feel a kind of way because it is the Essence,
because it's a black
the setting, yeah. Even she killed it, but why do we feel away? Like, she was invited, she performed it well.
I mean, I guess it still falls in today's behavior with what's happening with the country now. So it's kind of like we're slightly segregated a little bit. We've taken a step back as far as the whole unity thing, whatever. So I think in today's world right now, people would like to see, black doing black stuff and white doing white stuff. Although that's even though it's putting more of a separation of what's happening.
I was saying that because at CMAs a few years ago, right? Didn't Beyonce perform something at
with the Dixie Chicks,
right?
And people was not feeling it. But music knows no color.
Robin Thicke too. Somebody said Robin Thicke. Yeah, Robin Thicke. Yeah,
exactly. But Robin Thicke likes black girls, so.
I would have had no problem with Robin Thicke to the cover. I don't think any of us would have a problem with Robin Thicke.
As long as he could kill it.
Yeah, if he killed it, but I don't think it's...
it's not a guarantee that a black person is going to get on stage and kill it.
That's true.
Right?
That is true.
I think black people
we are more innate to perform some of them old joints that we grew up with. That's what I'm going to say.
I don't even know what she did, but I got to check it out for myself and to draw a conclusion. But I don't think just... the setting, the Grammys, that she's in the wrong for accepting the invitation, or
she can't be in the wrong for accepting the invitation. She probably was hoping, or probably was glad that they gave her the invitation to do such a thing, probably to show a different side of her, because we don't know her as having range that much.
Well, does she have range? She can dance. She was a fly girl. I'll give her that. But I never
Well, she's been working at the craft for a long time.
Yeah,
now.
but listen, she's been doing pop, but that whole pull out your gut type singing, I don't know. I've never heard it from her.
Me neither. I don't think we will hear it from her.
Until I see the performance, I'm not going to say too much about it. But
let us know your thoughts. Do you think J-Lo was in the wrong or the Grammys was in the wrong for inviting her? Or do you think it's okay? Should a non-African American or a person with black descent be performing at a Motown tribute? Let us know.
Robin Thicke could have the pass because I know he can pull certain things off.
Yeah, he got
yes,
that.
Doug. Jennifer Hudson would have definitely killed it.
Oh yeah, J Hud, but they get J Hud for everything. Whitney Houston died. They had J Hud on Grammys
because she can hold it down.
She can, but is she the only singer that can sing?
Yeah, but
if you're doing like a top 5 of people that can really pull it from
the gut,
Fantasia.
Okay, that's one.
If you want to talk about like just black women, it's a list of them out here. Come on.
Bro, who can really hold it down? Like right now in today's age of artists.
You're talking about like younger artists, not the older ones.
The older ones are who we basing this shit on now.
Yeah, okay.
You're right. I mean, I just, they always have J-Lo, but when I think of Whitney Houston, she's a little older, but when they did the Lifetime movie of Whitney Houston, the person that did all her songs was Deborah Cox.
Oh.
Deborah Cox is no fucking joke. Like, she gets busy with the vocals. She wasn't the biggest artist, but vocally, she's a problem. Okay. So, let us know your thoughts. Let's get into our next convo. I wanted to talk because this weekend, the NBA All-Star game is going on, right? So, the game is today. We watched a little bit of the shooting contest and the skill challenge and all that good stuff yesterday, but the game is tonight. And I wanted to talk about this because there's been a lot of backlash against Anthony Davis, who's an NBA star for the New Orleans Pelicans.
Why?
Okay.
All right. So recently, I know you don't really follow sports, so I'm gonna enlighten you and those that don't follow sports. So recently, he demanded a trade from the Pelicans because he's been playing. He's about 26. He's been in the league for like 8 years at this point in time. And in those 8 years, they have not developed a team around him. They haven't put the pieces around him. So he's in his prime and he wants to go somewhere else. And this is the buck thing.
First of all, without cutting you off, which I am, but I'm sorry. There's a team named the Pelicans?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
And the guy we're talking about, they call him the Brow. He has a unibrow.
Well, I think I know who that guy is. But the fucking Pelicans.
It's called the Pelicans. But check this out. So his team is the only team that can give him the super max contract. They can give him like $200 million, like the most that any team can do.
Right.
He turned down that luxury of getting $200 million.
For how long?
Maybe 5 years. Like they can really give him the money.
Okay.
So he turned that down because he's like, I don't care about the money. I want legacy. I want a chance to win. Y'all wasting my years, my talent, and my prime. So his team, who's down with LeBron James' team, his agent, they demanded a trade. So now everybody's saying, is this tasteful? He should work out his contract. He should stay and finish his last year. And, they shouldn't do that. That's not how you conduct business. They should have kept it behind the scenes. So my question is, was it distasteful for someone to be obligated in a contract to request a trade?
No, actually, I'm going to tell you straight up. Actually not. And we get so stuck in our times, whether it's boxing, football, basketball, but when they do new business agreements, the NBA is now more 50-50. They have an agreement where the players understand they're just as valuable to a franchise and to a city as the owner is. Right?
Facts.
So if they want to come out, and the owners agreed to this in the last CBA, so if they want to come out and make a transition or do something business related, that's all good for them, And the owners, you haven't seen the owner of the franchise say something distasteful about Anthony Davis. It's the media, it's the fan base, but the business, but the paperwork says they can go ahead and do this type of stuff, no problems.
Sarge, first of all, No, just to go on what you said. If you're on the fucking team that's called the Pelicans, and you go back to that, and obviously that team is not going anywhere because I'm not saying that I know all the NBA team names, but I've never heard of no fucking Pelicans. Like, come on. Like, the worst thing I heard was the Raptors, and okay, you know. Anyway, point is, if he wants to move to a different team so that he can build his legacy, at least finish off his years, whatever, let the man do it.
Facts.
Unless the team wants to change their name and, you know, bring in some more people. So, you know, you gotta put some cash out to get these top players to come into a team called the Pelicans.
Listen, you had 8 years to build something around him. 8 years. He is now 26. He only did 1 year at, where did he play? Kentucky?
Kentucky.
Won the championship there, came into the league, and you still don't have nothing. Well, he's been in the playoffs a couple of times, but he's been swept.
It serves them right because they were supposed to trade CP3 to the Lakers, and they got jammed up with the trade with CP3, and it was supposed to be CP3, Kobe, and Dwight Howard years ago, and they were still the Hornets back then.
The NBA shut that down.
They shut it down so they could get like a first round draft pick or all these other things, so they could land Anthony Davis. All these years later, that's what y'all get.
That's what you get.
And the funny thing is, last year they had the best season since he's been there, and he was content with building on that, and they just took a step backwards.
But even this is what I'm going to say. You should be able to choose your destiny. You should be able to dictate your destiny, because when you are not performing, or they can find somebody that's jumped higher than you, shoots better than you, they will cut your ass. They will trade you in a heartbeat. Sure. Meanwhile, you got your family that's settled. Your kids go to school. You know, they're a part of a community, and they will cut you loose and trade you quickly. So when we have the power to make moves for ourselves and our family, it's a problem. And you know, he's not the first person to request a trade.
You're right.
And the owners sign off on this. That the players can do this. This is a 50, and hopefully the NFL is going to be like this moving forward. Some of the other major sports, that I'm a marquee player and I bring business here to your franchise and the community. People make a lot of money. I'm worth a lot. So if I want to go somewhere else and do my business, that's where I'm going to go.
This is the time I think where people actually think it's distasteful, when you actually have a following. So if that team has a fan base and you have this key player, right, and he's supposed to be like the
face of the franchise,
and the hope that's gonna bring this team to hopefully the playoffs or whatever, and he wants to leave. The fans are the ones that think that this is distasteful. But think about this though: you sign up for a phone, you got a contract, right? All of a sudden, your phone goes bogus or whatever, and you find out that you're paying too much money here in this company, and this company has $10 less. What do? You jump ship. So is that distasteful to you? No.
Listen,
but it might be distasteful to the company that has to lose that money coming in.
And the funny thing is, the player has no real attachment. Most of these players were never born in the city where they're drafted to.
True.
And it's not like they can choose who they go to. They're drafted, so they have no choice. You play there. Hopefully you can build and win. But if you got all these years, 8 years is a long fucking time to have one player and still not do anything.
That poor boy been sitting on that fucking bench and just struggling. Just like, what the fuck can I do by myself?
Yeah, it's sad. And the players that they did have, last year they did really good with DeMarcus Cousins. They let DeMarcus Cousins go.
They let Rondo go.
So it's like, fuck, y'all want to build, y'all want to keep me here, but y'all doing nothing to keep me here.
Because they're called the Pelicans.
So let us know your thoughts. Should players be able to dictate their future?
Of course they should.
I think so too. Let's get into our song of the week.
All right.
Our song of the week is "The Jealous" by Spree Wilson. Connect with Spree on all of his social media, which is IG, Facebook, Twitter. Spree Wilson, or you can check out SpreeWilson.com.
trying to keep me with this ball and chain. Won't be a bag of bones. Won't be the life of your party. Romancing on the phone. So proud of being cold-hearted. Them just was bound to fall. So done before we got started. So done before we got started. Listen to it. Tell me now, baby. Hey, what's making you so jealous?
Why not?
Taking the borderline. Being part of love. Tell me now, baby. Hey, what's making you so jealous? Give me overtime. You can pick up on your love. Tell me now, baby. Give me overtime.
Okay. Not bad.
Ajax, that is the Jealous song by Spree Wilson.
Spree Wilson.
What's your thoughts?
I like it. I was just telling Tip, it reminded me a little bit of Jamiroquai and a little bit of Outkast in it, you know. It's dope.
Got
I like
a nice
it.
vibe. I like that. And it's fun. Like, we ain't got to be so serious all the time.
Right, just relax.
Just
Dance
have
a little
fun.
bit.
Dance a little. Like Diddy said. Y'all didn't know people in the club just staring at dudes. Like, they don't want to dance. They don't want to sweat.
Speaking of that, man, for real though, like, how you spend your money to get in the club? You bought your outfit for the club, but then you want to spend the whole time on the wall or sitting in the corner mean grilling somebody.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here.
It's fun. And funny that you said that because Steven Jackson, he's a former NBA player. He's on Instagram, and I like to follow him because he says the realest shit. And he was like, listen, all these dudes that come during the All-Star weekend and you go party and you guys act like fanboys to the NBA stars. And it's a million women out there, backs out, ass out, and y'all want to take pictures with the niggas, and the dudes, NBA players, want to be with the girls. Like, something's wrong with that. So y'all fanning over these celebrities these
right.
ballers, when y'all should be trying to bag a chick. And he was like, that shit is gay. And I was like, yo. And you know, hey, you want the attention of Chris Bosh or LeBron James instead of trying to get with Shorty.
If you were smart, you should be like the fishnet that you catch the rejected fish.
There you go.
You know what I mean? But
whatever he don't want, that's what you bag. You bring home.
I thought the song was outstanding.
Yes.
Outstanding.
Absolutely. So, shout outs to Spree Wilson. Appreciate you submitting your song to be featured. If you want us to feature your song as our song of the week, send it to us at midnightconvo247@gmail.com. Doesn't matter what genre. Doesn't have to be clean. Send it.
Obviously.
I got one that's for the lovers. I mean, it's a sexy, sensual. So I saw the video. I was like, God, what type of video is it? Like,
you want to play right now?
no, I'm not going to play right now.
Next week?
I can show you next week.
Right.
I was trying to play if we did the couple special, but it didn't manifest itself.
SpreeWilson.com.
Yes, SpreeWilson.com. Check him out. All right, so I might need another female's perspective. So ladies, listen, I need to know your thoughts on this. So it was a lady that was ranting on this group that I'm in. Okay. And basically she was saying, I'm about to leave this dude. He's a good man, but sex is just whack with him. Like, it could be good, but he never lasts. And she was like, ladies, how long should sex be? She said, fellas, how long should sex be? Should it only be 2 minutes? Should it be 10 minutes? So I thought about that. And I have my thoughts on this, because I don't think sex has to be a marathon every night. You know what I'm saying?
I
don't know. We're not robots, But I'll start with you, hubby.
It depends.
What's your thoughts?
It depends on the scenario. So you can come home. I can meet you up for lunch and give it to you in the car. But I shouldn't be giving it to you in the car for 15 minutes. That should be
like where been thinking, man. A little quick. That's what quickie is.
And then then you could have another occasion where shit lasts long, like a significant amount of time, without we've been planning for getting the kids to go away or whatever, and then setting up the
right.
For So it's just, to me, it's different. Like, it's different.
The situation.
Yeah.
But I feel you on that. But it can't be every time I see you or every time we get busy that it's a quickie, or you can't prolong the situation.
But we have to understand something. It's a mindset. If we're meeting up for a quickie, right? We already know, like, look.
That's going to be boom, boom, boom.
Right. I mean, you might last a little bit longer than the quickie, but still, it's kind of like the whole factor is you're trying to take care of this itch, right? So it's kind of like real quick, like, all right, I'll see you later. You know what I mean? That's a quickie. Then you got like you just said, the scenario before. You got the kids out the house, and you know what? We're gonna chill out. We're gonna take our time. We're gonna slow stroke it. You know what I mean?
And then the other thing, okay, and there's a lot of factors on. Another factor is she in a relationship, or is it somebody she's been dating?
She's in a relationship.
Okay, because sometimes as a guy, like,
you don't care about the female.
Nah, like, and maybe I might keep leading on because she do got good putting. I just want to get the good putting and be out. I ain't putting my face on that. I ain't kissing that like that. I'm just doing me and leading her on, so I can keep doing me till she said enough is enough and leave me alone.
But we're talking about this lady was in a relationship.
Okay. And
so let's focus on just being in a relationship.
And now here's the other part. When you're talking about sex, is it everything, or you just talking about stroking? How long?
Say you are you counting licking?
But wait. That's what you're trying to understand. The scenario requires different aspects of the sex factor.
Listen, if you lick me for 10 minutes and you pump for 2 minutes, you a 2-minute man.
No.
Yes.
That's a whole 12 minutes.
Wait. No.
You can't stroke.
Let me break this down.
No,
Sometimes, listen, just eating for 2 minutes, the excitement alone is kind of like, oh shit, I can't wait to get in. And just eating it alone, you like super soaked, right? Mm-hmm. And then we get in like, oh, wait a minute. Stop. Don't move. Don't move.
I'm mind fucked. Just like women said, it's all mental women. I can mind fuck myself.
Look, you have to understand sometimes the setting and how the person feels and looks to you plays a whole part of
the energy.
The energy.
But is it okay? Let's just take that scenario that you just ran with. You went down there, took care of her. She didn't come, right? Now you stroking it, and you can only last 2 minutes. You got yours off. She didn't. That's an issue.
Bye. No, I'm kidding.
I'm gonna take this energy drink. Just be patient.
Look. If we have time for us to be eating the kitty for like 10 minutes, and then at this point, I kind of agree with you. The dude should be a little bit more prepared, but you have to understand sometimes it's all in the mindset. Like you could come in just like Mike Tyson said. Everybody has a plan till they get punched in the face or punched in the mouth, right? So here we are. The pudding's right there. You dig in. It's kind of like the excitement. Sometimes the excitement of just the person getting off of what you're doing with just your mouth gets you to a certain point where you're ready to go.
Yeah, absolutely.
100%.
So with that being said, it's not usually the guy's fault. It's like the
It's not the guy's fault.
It's not the guy's fault.
Hold on. So let me just chime in for
it's
one.
Not the guy's
let
fault.
me chime in for 1 second. So this is the other way around too,
God.
right?
It's not the guy's fault.
What about when a female, she can gun you for like 20 minutes, and then you don't finish. So then she'll put it in. I'm ready to go. Man, you just gun me for like 20 minutes. Why you think how many strokes you think I got?
True.
You gun me for 20 minutes.
True.
Right?
And
what about a woman when she start off gunning you, and she's soaking wet? It's like packed the opposite to what Gene is saying. It's okay, you gun me and you're wet, and you're I didn't even do any foreplay. You got yourself wet just from gunning me.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
It's a vice versa.
Right.
I'm eating you, and I'm just super, super excited.
How about this other scenario where, boom,
They pulling out all these scenarios.
We just gotta understand the pressure is really. We talked about this 2 weeks ago.
On the man.
The pressure is really on the man as far as performing, which is fucked up. But anyway,
y'all just have to make sure we come too. That's all.
No, I agree. And me personally, I take my time to make sure that you get off.
Yes.
Right. And sometimes I flop. It happens. I'm a human being. But
so
I'm not a machine.
All the monogamous people out there, right? Especially the men. Your wife is going through her cycle, whatever, and you ain't been doing this at all. You just been waiting, patiently waiting.
The pressure been building.
It's been building. So now, what do you expect?
We know it's gonna be.
Sometimes 2 licks gets you. Pow! Pipes is bust.
But that's understandable.
Wait. Listen to this scenario. How about when the woman is so excited, right? Within 2 minutes yourself, you come. Now we come in, we start stroking, we try and get ours. Like, you trying to push us off. Like, you're done. Bye. Like, how does that work?
But that doesn't happen all the time. That doesn't happen all the time. Listen, I understand. I'm not a guy. Right? So, but I understand you guys have pressure. All I'm saying from the female perspective is that you gotta, as a lover, you have to make sure that she comes too. So, what the lady was basically trying to say is that I think he's a selfish lover. Like, he's not taking time to get to know my body, see what works for me.
Okay.
You know, to make sure that I enjoy sex too, because sex is mental for us, and you know we gotta get our mind right.
It's not just mental. If it was just mental, then we wouldn't need to put anything in. It'll just be like, girl, I'm gonna eat you till you come.
But you could be in your mind is not there.
You would have been set by then, but no, yet you still need this to go in there and do that.
Yes, it's nice. It's nice to be.
See, so it's not mental.
It is mental. Mental is a lot because you could be in it, and we could be thinking about our shopping list.
It's not mental. It's not mental if I'm eating. It's not mental if I'm eating and you're ready to go. If it was mental, it would have been like that before I got there. But no, sometimes you need that little bit of licking to get you there.
All the time we need that. But I'm saying what stimulates us is thinking about things. You know, like
that's what happens to us when we're doing it. So our mental's like, oh shit, y'all, I'm ready to get in.
Yeah, but if you fuck my mind, you already got me coming. Like if you get me going with the mind, building things up.
So maybe we should just fuck in your ear then maybe just just get that over with.
Missing the point. So missing the point.
Okay.
But let us know. I want to know. Do you think there should be a value?
No, wait.
The number count.
The question was, how long should sex last?
Correct. Should it be a number count? Should it be 5 minutes? Should it be 10 minutes?
What?
Can he stroke for 2 minutes and eat the cat for 5 minutes? And that's sufficient.
Look, there shouldn't be a time. As long as it's good, it's good. What's going to happen is that some days the woman's going to flop. Like, they don't really count as a flop because the pressure's on us. So there's going to be days where...
L's too.
What L's do you take? There's no L's when you come early. As a matter of fact, it helps us out when you come early because then we don't have to worry about how many strokes you got to put in before you get there. There's no L's for you guys.
It'd be like, hurry up. I'm done.
Yeah, like,
I'm done.
Oh, you still going? No, there's no L's on you guys. It's just that we need to come to an understanding.
Ladies, you never said that. You still going?
Shit. Listen, there needs to be an understanding that, sometimes the pressure can be too much. And the excitement of you sitting there, laying there, or however you present it to us, right? And it's, it's lovely. It smells good, or whatever it is.
It's lovely.
The rocket, either misfires or it goes all the way to the moon. Like, it happens. Don't put the pressure on us. Let's just make sure that we enjoy it.
It's a real turn on.
Huh?
He said it's smelly, goody, fresh.
A fresh smell of cooch is a real turn on.
Real turn on.
Same thing for females. We don't want sweaty, nutty balls.
I got somebody I know. Listen, no matter what time he decides that he wants to get in there, his partner has to go wash up because he likes the smell of soap on the kitty. Mm-hmm. Right? So things like that. You just have to understand.
Is that realistic? Sometimes you just want it in the car.
No.
You gotta What, you gonna stop at Mickey D's?
I don't know about his quickie sessions, but all I know is when he comes home and he wants to do that, like automatically.
So if it's planned out and you're going in the bedroom, but if you've been
spontaneous, if he comes home drunk like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, the moment he starts touching, she gets up, she goes, cleans up and put a little soap smell in there for him. Like you just have to understand.
You want a little fouet? No.
What? You just have to understand. You just have to understand how your partner works and what helps your partner either last or don't last. Look,
Dove.
I want my shit to smell a little.
He said Dove.
I want a little.
But some dudes, if they want that, they come into the bedroom with the washcloth. Come on, babe, come here, and they do that.
I don't know. If they come in with the washcloths, that's a little different. You're trying to get rid of something.
What you trying to get rid of? They want it fresh, just like you said. If he's tapping it and she knows what it is, it's the same shit. But to each its own.
But he do that just to hit, or he want to put his face in it every time. That's why he wanted to do that.
He appreciates a very fresh cooch.
But he ain't putting his face in it.
No, of course, that's his part. He's gonna do all of that.
Yo, but every time?
Every single time.
Oh, God bless him.
I'm saying, like, that's what I'm saying. Every relationship has their own thing. So you need to understand what the thing is.
Well, that's what I guess she signed up for. Get my ass up.
And guys, if you know wait. Here's a true moment though. If guys know that they are truly 2-minute men.
Be honest with yourself. Stop lying to us that you can perform and fuck us all night.
Every time you're about to go into the bedroom, the background music play. I don't want to no minute, man. Right? You need to understand that you need to work on yourself.
Work on your craft.
Work on your craft before you start kicking that game that I can do this, I can do that. If you need to take a shot or two before take a shot. Well, I don't know. They say the Henny's the devil's piss. I don't know.
The Henny.
I'm gonna tell you some real shit. This trash ass pussy out here. Well, you could stroke, and she be like, "You ain't done." I'm like, and
this is when we fake the nut.
Yes, and fake the nut.
Y'all do it?
Fuck it. This some trash ass.
I faked a few nuts and be like, guys, I'm trying to get out of here. This is not worth what I thought was going to be.
Exactly. And then God bless y'all.
Wow, I didn't know dudes did
God
that.
Bless y'all who got that bomb ass pussy. And y'all don't even know what y'all got. Y'all been up here keeping this shit for Mr. Right, and I'm Mr. Right. I done came along and I said, what the fuck you been hiding at all these shit?
Alright, so let us know your thoughts. Let's move it on, because he's going on and on. But I got your point. Can we get into our drink of the week?
Once again, we had this company before. It's called...
We did?
Yeah. We didn't have this one. We had this company.
Okay.
Throgs? Or Trogs? Or Throgs? I'm not sure.
Whatever.
But this is Perpetual IPA. Again, nice pair with a nice burger. Summer day. I'm going to try this again once it starts getting warm with the grill.
Yeah. A nice steak.
Yeah. We got a little, what they call this, a little artichoke on the... Maybe got a little artichoke
That's
in
there.
there.
That's not no artichoke, man.
Yes, it is. Do you know your vegetables or not?
I know my vegetables. That's not an artichoke.
That's an artichoke.
That's,
Thumbs up for us, dog.
Thumbs up.
We are seeking endorsements, but we will take a check. Shout out to the boy King Chuck.
That's a hop. That's what the hops look like. That's what I wanted to say.
No,
thumbs up. Hop. 2 thumbs up for us.
It might be a hop. It might be a hop.
Went from artichoke to a hop.
That's what the beers are made with hops. So the IPA's made with hops. That's fucking artichoke.
So good.
Where's my dip?
Listen.
Where's your dip?
Quickly. What do you guys think about this Jussie Smollet situation?
Oh man, there's not enough evidence yet.
Wait. I was in a discussion yesterday with a group of guys. It wasn't really a discussion. I was being informed that he's now being charged with falsifying police reports.
Well, they hasn't charged him yet. They still,
Yeah, but the fact that that's being talked about brings a lot of questions as to why. So now, come to find out, it is being alleged that he was actually talking to another man's man and got checked.
What?
So that's why he got roughed up. But I guess the embarrassment was too much, so he put it as far as it was a anti-gay type thing that was happening.
Well, they're saying that it was completely staged and that the two brothers were actually some way, some form and fashion were a part of the show Empire. Like they were maybe
So that's correct.
Extras or something.
They do have a track record of being extras and being part of the show.
Right.
But they snatched them off their plane coming back from Nigeria, and it's like, well, what's going on? We don't know what's going on, so on and so forth. But I just want to say this, before we go too far, victim blaming. I'm just not with that. We do that a lot in this country.
Right.
We turn the tables and just blame the victim.
Right.
And just because somebody possibly didn't do their job correctly with the investigation, you know, and didn't get all the evidence and piece it together well, and we'll just turn around and we'll blame the victim. I don't always like that.
That's true too, and we won't know until all the details come out. And I don't necessarily say he's lying, but I just don't understand why would he plot this out? Like what would he benefit from doing?
And I hope it's not true that he falsified information, because what you just did was you create this whole uproar, not only against this whole anti-gay thing, but you're also putting this country, which is already divided by this whole racial thing, separated with this whole racial thing. You're including that into your story. And that only makes it worse. And if it's false, it's completely fucked up.
Yeah, it makes us look real fucked up.
Hang you
and
over
Trump
that.
is going to...
No pun intended.
The Trump supporters, they're going to run with this because, you know, supposedly the person that assaulted him had the MAGA hat on. And
but he did... No.
He said
when it comes to that, he said red hat, but he never said it was a MAGA hat.
Oh, he didn't?
They said we're going to make America, let's make America great again.
He said, he did say that the guys did say something to him as far as making America great again, or
so all the supporters said that's bullshit. What would Trump supporters be doing in Chicago 2 a.m. in the morning doing something like that?
Yeah, but Chicago's also being gentrified at this point.
I get it.
So
and he wasn't on the south side.
But that was the argument from the rip. Even the president's son came out and kind of co-signed
about it.
And don't let them be right about that.
Yeah, I'm praying that, you know,
right
this is not just some ploy for attention. You know, I don't know. So let us know your thoughts. Do you think this is made up? Do you think this is just a way that people just want to victim shame and not really give it the attention that it needs? I don't know. Stay tuned, I guess.
Listen, no matter what the situation is, I guess we're all happy that he made it out alive, because the shit could have went for the worst.
Could have went real south.
Whether it's victim shaming or you know, whatever the scenario is. Yeah. Let's just hope that there's some truth to what he was saying and what happened. And let's just hope that there's no misguidance that happened throughout this whole thing and blame the wrong people for the wrong reasons and start a whole fucking uproar that could lead to something a whole lot worse.
And look, it all comes down to the rope, because they said the receipts they found for the rope, and I guess the
brothers for the rope,
that's matching. So that's the problem. Evidence and what the brothers had in their house.
So a lot of explaining to do, Lucy.
So, until further notice,
we got some explaining to do. All right. Convo 78. If you missed any of the convos, make sure you go check them out on SoundCloud, Stitcher, Podomatic, TuneIn, and check out our videos on YouTube. Are y'all ready for my favorite part of the podcast?
Oh,
shit. Cut them. All right.
Let's go.
We got to cut them.
She's so excited.
Yes, I am.
Real fucked
it's going to be a good one. For me, I think it is. So this week, for Cut 'em Loose, for those that don't know about Cut 'em Loose, we have 4 things, places or things, people, it doesn't matter. And you got to cut one of them. One has to go. So this week, we're doing producers. And I thought about you when I thought about this, Mr. Ajax the Sarge. So I got 4 producers. You got to let one go. You got to cut one.
Yo.
The first one being Timberland. Second one being Swiss Beats. The Doctor. Dr. Dre, that is. And Pharrell Williams. Which one are you cutting?
Thank you for coming out. Good night.
That's terrible.
I'm going to start with you, hubby.
One more again.
We got Timbaland. Swiss Beats.
Yep.
We got Dr. Dre.
The Doctor.
Yes. And we got Pharrell Williams. I'm so happy.
Yeah, we're talking about body of work as far
Body
as
of
production
work.
works.
Everything.
If you're gonna say everything, then I'm gonna go with Swiss because he's the only one that doesn't really grab the mic and spit consistently through hooks and all the other stuff consistently through the years.
So you're
I
cutting
don't know if
Swiss.
I can agree with that.
You're cutting
for
Swiss?
that reason, but you're cutting
Well, you
Swiss.
said the body of
the
work.
production, all the.
First of all,
If you're just saying production, if you're just talking about like everything they've done as producers,
Yes, everything they've done as a producer.
Although I don't agree with your choice, it's an opinion.
Yeah.
But although I don't agree with your choice, even though I understand what I'm about to say, even though with the new Uproar single with Lil Wayne that he kind of reproduced
his own track.
You know, we know where that track came from, but he took it and did a little something to it and gave it to Lil Wayne, and now we have the Uproar track.
Yeah.
We can't.
Swiss, when he gets on a record, his voice. I'm the
You know,
monster.
we're used to him amping shit up.
Yes.
So
you're cutting Swiss. Can't go back. Sorry, I'm gonna run it back one more time. I see you. You pick Swiss. Honeycomb. Okay, all right. I'm with you on that. Timbaland, Swiss Beats, Dr. Dre, Pharrell Williams. Who are you cutting?
they've all given us a whole bunch of classics.
Facts.
Especially with, the people in our eras.
Yes.
But if I had to pick one,
who would you cut?
Fuck.
Why are you stuttering?
I'm trying not to stumble on the fucking decision I have to make on this. I'm going to go with Timbaland.
Ooh, Timbo! Timbo the king?
Hell.
Yeah, I'm gonna take Timbo.
Wow. Timbo has crossed over.
He has.
He's everywhere.
He has done a major body of work. But I'm going to talk about. To me, it's more about what is based on making this decision. It's all about being. What have you done these days?
Lately.
That's it.
Okay.
But I can't knock any of them for the things that they've done and the memories that they put in my situation around that time.
Okay.
Tiff.
All right. I'm going to run the list one more again, and then I'm going to tell you my choice. Timbaland.
The Doctor.
Mm-hmm.
Swiss
Beats.
And Pharrell.
All right. So, this is just an opinion.
Why are you stuttering?
Because this is like what? You can pick anybody. You just gotta have some factual to back it up. Some opinion why.
Right, yeah.
And either way, Timbo I think is the most versatile. I think he does well with hip hop and R&B. I think his range is ridiculous. Swiss Beats too, and he just gets on it. He's like the hype man. He knows how to hype. He makes mega songs to me in my book. And Pharrell Williams, I just think he's out of the box. You can't box him in. His sound, right. The Neptunes, their sound when they first came out was so different and so distinct.
This guy did the soundtrack. This guy did the soundtrack to Despicable Me. That's just one little. To show you that.
Right. So,
but he grabbed. Did he have the best singing song? Like I know when he picked up the mic again a few years ago.
Happy?
Absolutely. So I'm gonna cut Dre, and trust me, the Chronic, the Snoop situation, all the 80s, the NWA. I know they classic. This is the only reason why I'm cutting Dre is because the only reason why I'm cutting Dre is because I feel that he's mostly hip hop. He's a hip hop producer. And yes, he has some songs that are R&B crossover, but I think the others have more crossover hits.
Dre has crossover. Hold on, I don't have anything on top of my mind right now, but
Dre has he has a big. I I think they have more crossover hits than Dre does. Dre, his biggest hits are straight hip hop, which is cool. I don't,
because only the hip hop industry really knows Dre's.
Doesn't matter. The point being is they have monster pop songs. They have monster R&B songs. Dre's mostly his work is known for hip hop, and he's one of the best. Like, just as a producer, he is one of the best.
You can't see Dre unless you got $250,000, in your budget, just for him.
Facts. I agree. I'm not saying so. He will be the one that I'm cutting just for that reason. We want to know who you're cutting: Swiss Beats, Timbaland, Dr. Dre, or Pharrell Williams. This is just our opinions. You got to pick one.
Jesus.
Ajax, hubby, any parting words?
I don't know how the hell you cutting Dr. Dre off that list. That's my
I just
part.
told you why.
It's
my opinion.
Beats by Dre. So all I'm gonna say is it's been interesting show. That thing about the sex and the coming fast in that group, you need to chill out in that group, yo. All right.
You need to stop getting African chicks with
baby oil
with one pieces on, two pieces, little strings
baby
on.
Baby oil's everything.
All right, cool beans.
I'm gonna ride off of that a little bit. Fellas, if you already know, like I said earlier, if you already know your game's not tight, find ways of making your shit right, because they talking about you. All right? They ain't talking about them. They talking about you. All right? So, find ways to handle your business so that you're not the next person they're talking about.
Yes, we talk a lot of shit in our groups.
Do they?
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, live and let live.
Listen, practice your craft. Practice your craft. See y'all next week. Deuces.